Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Normal Guy of the North. Today we're diving deep, literally, into the Tier VIII Tech Tree Soviet submarine L-20. She's a unique vessel with some powerful tools, and if you play S1, you'll find some familiar, actually very familiar elements. But L-20 brings more punch, more torpedoes, and more danger to the underwater battlefield, and the surface one too. So let's break her down, what makes her special, and how to build her, and how to play her to a dominant matches. Let's go. L-20 was part of the L-20, hope I say that right, class submarines, one of the most produced pre-war Soviet designs. This sub was active in the Balkans and was optimized for mine laying and stealthy coastal attacks. While not as technology advanced as the late war German or US designs, L-20 embodied the aggressive doctrine of Soviet subs: strike hard, disappear fast. L-20 features a powerful and versatile armament suite with two different types of torpedoes and a surprisingly poignant deck gun, making her a flexible threat in both submerged and surface situations. Now for torpedo tubes, she's got 6 bow and 4 stern launchers. L-20 fires manually aimed torpedoes, so no homing, no pinging, and relies entirely on your skill and prediction. But you get 2 selectable torpedo layouts depending on your approach to combat. The first one is the homing torpedoes. Now they're 533mm tubes. Now, these ones only do a maximum damage of 5,167 damage. It's not very much. They have a range of 9 kilometers and a speed of 68 knots. Reload time is 41 seconds. Torpedo detectability is 1.7 kilometers. Here's the kicker. You can get a 26% chance of flood. That's awesome. Now, the next ones, these are rapid-fire, low-alpha, fast-twitch torpedoes, best used in a kind of a shotgun style from that 3 to 5 kilometer range out on broadsides. Approach or, tight spreads from ambush. These are your rapid-fire, low-alpha, fast-twitch kind of torpedoes, best used in a short, shotgun-style approach or tight spreads with ambush range. That's between 3 and 4 kilometers or maybe 5, especially when you're trying to target and ping against cruisers and destroyers. Now, the alternate loadout one. Again, 533mm tubes. Maximum damage is 15,500. That's no joke. Range 11 kilometers. Speed is 73 knots. And of course, reload time is 41 seconds again. Torpedo detectability is 1.4 kilometers. And the flood chance, ready for this one, guys and gals? 68% chance of these torpedoes. That is unreal. These are what I would call your heavy hitters. Slow firing, but extremely lethal. Ideal for battleships and broadside cruisers and targets like that. Their higher speed, excellent concealment makes them deadly in open water attacks and area of denial. The 68% flood chance can absolutely ruin an enemy's day. Okay, let's talk deck gun. She's got a 100mm deck gun. Max range 6 kilometers. Reload time is only 5 seconds. Turret traverse time is 18 seconds. And of course, dispersion is only 57 meters. But the cool thing is that Sigma is 2.0, which is awesome. This single gun may not seem like much, but it fires SAP, making it surprisingly effective against lightly armored targets. Maxed SAP damage for this gun is 2,200 hit points. With a fast reload, good Sigma, this gun can finish off low-health DDs, harass other surface submarines, and even contribute to co-op battles. Don't rely on it, but don't ignore it. It's a great set of guns in these boats. L-20 comes equipped with standard but highly effective Soviet submarine consumable suite. First of all, she's got damage control or enhanced damage control, fast damage control, whichever you want to call it. It takes out your standard fire and flood repair. Use it smartly because you don't get too many charges. The hydrofoam. Use it to scout out around islands, predict movement, set up torpedo traps. But more importantly, I use it every single time I'm going to surface to make sure there's nothing around me, especially DDs. Submarine surveillance. Great for counter sub play and underwater awareness. It helps you locate and engage enemy submarines lurking below. Thanks to your consumable enhancement skills and the Sierra Bravo flag, you'll enjoy longer duration and faster cooldowns, giving you that intel advantage. Okay, here's the optimized 21-point Soviet submarine commander build for the L-20, focused on damage awareness and survivability in surface and submerged engagements. First of all, 1-point skills I take. Liquidator. Plus 30% flood chance, turns every big hit into long-term damage. And don't forget, the other torpedoes get an additional 68% damage for the non-homing ones, so you're looking at a flood pretty easy. Enhanced sonar, shorten sonar ping cooldown by 10%. More pings equals more hits. It's important to the Soviets because their pings are god-awful long. Priority target. Know when you're being targeted so you can time your diving or gunfire perfectly. Priority target's actually a very important one. As soon as you get spotted in a submarine, all of a sudden the entire enemy is targeting you. Okay, 2-point skills. Preventive maintenance. Keep your sonar engines and guns alive when fighting on the surface. Consumable enhancements is next, +5 consumable duration. That's longer hydro, longer surveillance times. It just adds more to your consumables. Okay, 3-point skills right off the bat. Watchful. It's the most useful skill in submarines. This skill actually alerts you when you're in range of enemy radar or hydroacoustic search. Even if undetected, prevents nasty surprises. It's the most important skill set in my opinion. Then, of course, next one is consumable specialist. Faster cooldown on the hydrophone. Sub-surveillance equals, well, more time, uptime, and more flexibility. Okay, 4-point skill, Adrenaline Rush. Increases reloads and speeds as HP drops. Great for late game fights. And of course, the next one I always do is Enlarged Propeller. Plus 18% speed when at dive capacity is under 50%, which you're going to be at most of the submarine, this line of submarines most of the time. Helps with escapes and of course repositioning. Okay, the L-20's best in slot modules are obviously Damage Control Party Modification 1. You guys know I always use that one. Engine Room Protection. Submarine Battery Modification 1. Submarine Steering Gears. Reinforced bulkheads. All right, so the 4 key flags you can take for L-20, you can have in up to 8, but these 4 ones you should really take. First of all, Juliet Whiskey. That's plus 15% flood chance. That, with all the upgrades you've had so far, your non-homing torpedoes are going to start floods pretty much every time they hit. So it's good for that. Sierra Mike, +5 for speed. You can always use more speed. Always valuable for subs repositioning. Then, of course, X-Ray Papa next. That's +5 diving capacity. Critical for staying submerged longer, especially when you want to get away. At periscope depth, hopefully. Sierra Bravo extends hydrophone and surveillance duration and reduces cooldown times. Critical for outplaying enemy subs and surface ships alike. L-20 is not about stealthy homing torpedoes. She's a classic ambush predator. So positioning is everything. You use your homing torpedoes only when you want to take out destroyers or cruisers and you want to ping so that way you can get it too. But when it comes to mostly battleships, aircraft carriers, and most cruisers, when you get down the flanks, you're good. And that's what we'll start with first. Flank early. Get into open water and don't contest the middle. Flanks let you surprise battleships and cruisers from ideal angles. Use terrain hydrophone. Spot surface ships before they spot you, especially destroyers. Stay near islands or caps and line up manual torp drops. Deny aerial control. Your non-homing torps are ideal for blocking choke points or pushing enemies off objects, especially caps. Do donuts in tight engagements. If you're stern launching or trying to reset cap pressure, do classic submarine donuts. Loop tight, keep bow forward, and backpedal as needed. Now, last one, stay unpredictable. Surface just long enough you have to recharge your batteries and go back down to periscope depth, or for the most part for this submarine and these class of submarines, stay on the surface. Treat it like a destroyer. But if you have to get in close and you have to do that, watch out, stay unpredictable, and never linger in predictable places. And don't forget, ping detection is a factor here, especially with the L-20. If you ping a lot, you're going to get detected. You get detected, they're going to know where you are. They know where you are, they're going to sink you. So surface detection and hydrophone play are your biggest tools. L-20 is not an easy sub, and she's not meant for everybody. But she is deadly when mastered. If you like the S1 but want more offensive options and more torp spam, this boat is going to be your go-to boat. You'll need strong map awareness, though, and good torpedo lead skills, but the payoff is massive damage and hard carry potential. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried the L-20 and how she compares to your favorite Tier 8 subs. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and take care. Stay safe. Wish you all the best. Bye for now.